Hi there, I'm going to show you how the new comparison feature works in Connect Interactive. So I've got a Year 11 monitoring point up here, MP2. It will work for any monitoring point or any exam point and across Key Stage 4 and 5. And so what we're going to look at today is going to look at this compare button. So if I press edit, I get two tabs. My first tab, Quick Groups, isn't really that different to what you will have been used to. Those are your three standard comparison groups. You will notice that I've got an additional few comparison groups. Now those are custom groups and your data manager needs to enter those into the Connect data sitting in the background. And if they need support on how to do that, then if they go into the knowledge base and just find a custom group, adding custom groups, that will help with that. I've added a few, Enrolled at, Taught at, and SEND. Now, if I want to put a quick comparison on for ethnicity, in the past, you've had all ethnicities pop up. What you've now got is the ability to deselect and just pick the ones that you're interested in. I'm going to pick those two, apply, and here we go. So there are my white British students, and those are my Asian or Asian British Pakistani students. Okay, but if I click on that, then I get them all into one table so I can very quickly compare across how each group is doing. Now let me reset that because what I really want to show you is this custom group. I've now got the ability to add as many comparison groups as I want to, plus I can multi-filter within each comparison group. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to add two. So let me add a group. Now this comparison group I can now rename. I'm going to put a white British, if I can spell British, white British boys onto my filter. Okay. Add a comparison, which brings a drop-down menu where I can choose from my different groups. So I'm going to choose gender, male, add. Now I'm going to put an additional filter on this same comparison group, and I'm going to put ethnicity on and choose white British. That's my group that I want to focus on, and add that group. Now this group is now just white British boys, and it is going to compare all white British boys against all students. Okay, so for example, if I want to just have, I could add, I said I was going to do two, I'm going to do three boys. So I can just add a gender filter onto that. Then I can add another group that says white British boys who are SEND. Okay, so we're going to choose boys and we're going to choose white British, add that, and I'm going to now choose from my SEND custom comparisons, yes, add, right. So I've got three groups now that I can compare my different categories of boys across. Okay, apply that and then show all students in one table. Okay, and what I've got is those are all students, obviously with the girls and boys. I can very quickly get a quick gender comparison there between those two columns, and then I've got my two categories as well. Okay, so hopefully that will really speed up gap analysis for you. I'm going to come out of that and go into my student area. Ignore this screen of mine. And in the student area, you will see that that comparison has been retained. So I can quickly go down to my white British boys who are SEND, those four, and I can see how they're doing across all of their subjects. But what I'm also going to just show you that you can do, and I can't flick between screens here, I'm sorry, but this button here allows you to export to Excel. Now when you do that, and I can't show you this, but when you do that, you get an Excel file with all of this information on it and those categories applied. And where there are students who are not able to be categorized into those groups, for example, all of the girls in this case, they will just appear as not grouped. They will still be on your Excel file. They just won't be in a group. Okay, let's reset all of that and just go back to the student subject area, sorry, because I just want to show you that additional filter that I put on there. So I've got in my filters enrolled at. So if you've got a split site school, or you're working as a consortium, you can actually, your data managers can flag students up at being enrolled in your different schools. So I've got 2 schools in this consortia. I'm just going to call that S High School there, and add another group, and I'm going to call that H Academy. Oops, there, and add my H Academy filter onto it. There we go. Add and then apply that, and show all the students in one table, and there I can get a quick idea of how my different sites are performing. Resetting that again, and I've just got, last thing to show you is the same thing again, but this time I'm not going to put the enrolled at, I'm going to put the taught at SHS and the taught at HA. Now this is where you might have the same subject happening across 2 sites, or your students might be doing different subjects at different sites. Okay, so I'm going to apply that comparison, but I'm actually going to go into, I know that I've only set this up for German, so I'm going to go into the German subject page and show you, oh, it's disappeared, show you what I mean there. Sorry, I'm just going to have to put that on again. Did something wrong there. So I'm going to add the taught at SHS, and then add a group for HA and put that on there. There we go, and apply that, and I should get on my thermometer the difference in the progress for German that's taught at HA and German that's taught at SHS. I hope that helps. There's an article on the knowledge base that takes you through that a little bit more slowly, but hopefully that will mean that you can do a lot more with your gap analysis and your custom comparisons in the future. Thanks very much.